Hi, I'm Amanda Jane Woodall and welcome to my fashion school. So today I'm going to be taking you through another Halloween costume transformation. For the last costume, we made something quite raunchy and kind of sassy, but for this one, I thought let's cater to a few more people and let's do a costume that's a bit more casual and that's a bit more wearable. So I'm going to transform this. And we've had a bit of an accident. I'm not sure what Alice was doing in this, but we had a bit of an accident. So I'm not sure what happened to this, but we are going to love her. We're going to love her and we're going to restore her into something a lot nicer. So my idea is to make this into a little kind of cropped bomber jacket. I think that would be a really nice way to transform this, and it means that you can just wear kind of an all white outfit underneath, or maybe go all red or all black underneath, easy peasy, using things you've already got, then just chuck this coat on as your costume. So that makes life really easy, and it's good for people who aren't like massively into dressing up. So right, my initial thoughts are this. I always give you my initial thoughts. These can change because as I'm going along, I will encounter problems. You will encounter problems. This is what sewing is. It's all about problem solving, and we're getting really, really good at it. If you've been following my tutorials, you'll be starting to see your skills improve. I can guarantee it. So if you haven't watched my previous sewing videos, check them out because they are full of tips, advice, and solutions to problems you will come across. So this is the basic plan. The plan is either immobilise or get rid of this zip. I need to see if I can cut through it. If I can't cut through it, it's getting cut out and I'm going to sew this seam together. I want to keep this, obviously the statement part of this is the collar and kind of the apron. This is what makes it, you know, the signature Alice costume. So I want to keep that, but I'm going to obviously slash down the front to create an opening which turns it into the jacket. Now, the biggest transformation on this garment is going to be the sleeves. So we have here the traditional puff sleeves, very cute, but I'm going to turn them into more bomber style sleeves. So I've found some scrap fabrics. I'll just show you those. So we have this fluffy pillowcase. Broke the zip on it, but do we need to chuck it out? No, we don't. We can reinvent it into something else. And I thought this was a little bit White Rabbit. Maybe I'm, you know, a bit silly, but that's what I see. A little bit White Rabbit. I thought this will be nice to incorporate in our sleeves. The second fabric I've got is your classic old white jeans. Most people have a pair of old jeans lying around. It doesn't matter particularly if they're white. It was just nice that it matched the colour palette, but a contrast will also look nice. So I'm going to use some of this denim to incorporate into our sleeves. And also the remaining skirt that we have got, I'm going to use this for our sleeves. So we're going to have those three fabrics and we're going to combine them. And my idea is to make, I have a sleeve pattern to show you. So here is our sleeve pattern. Can you see it? It is not the best angle. You'll get a better see it, oh my goodness. You'll get a better look at it when we are doing our transformation. But basically, my idea is to create panels using this sleeve pattern of the different fabrics. So we've got a few different textures going on in maybe either a patchwork or a stripe formation. So I will show you that. And it's going to be really easy to sew up because I'm going to make the most of the frayed edges by incorporating them into the garment. So if you don't have a sleeve pattern and you're going, I don't have a sleeve pattern, you're already confusing me. Right, this is what you do. You either, number one, go and buy a vintage pattern. You can get them from most charity shops. Charity shops are the English word for thrift stores, they will definitely have at least one pattern, and you can take the sleeve pattern out of there and just adjust it and use it for your garment. You might need to be a bit creative. You might need to change the size of it slightly to fit what you are doing, but you've got this, you can do this. Second option, you don't want to leave the house, you don't want to go to all that effort. What you do is you find an old jumper, something which has sleeves that you like the look of. You unpick all around the armpit, unpick, take the sleeve off, open it up, boom. You've got your pattern. All you've got to do is keep measuring it against your own arm to check that it fits. If it doesn't, add some length to it, add some width to it. You know, if it's too big, do the opposite. Okay, it's simple, simple, simple. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how I'm going to create two really jazzy sleeves, which are going to completely make this look different. The good thing about Halloween costumes and why I think they're a really good place to start in your sewing journey is because the outcome isn't massively important. If you don't like it, drench it in fake blood, it'll work. So let's go. I'm really excited about this one. I think we're going to make something really cool. Let's go, join me for sleeve transformation time. So the first step of this process is going to be unpicking our garment. So the areas that we're going to unpick are going to be the sleeves from the sleeve holes. We're going to unpick the back zip and we're going to unpick the waistband. As you can see, we have finished our fashion dissection. So here is our main piece. We've now got no sleeves, and at the back the zip is vanished. We've also got our large skirt piece, which we are going to use for our new sleeves. We've also got the two sleeves that we have taken off our original garment to be replaced, and we took out the zip because the zip might have caused us further problems. So the zip is gone. So that was a very successful dissection of our garment, and now what we're going to do is concentrate on creating the new sleeve. So as you can see, we're going to use this fabric with our pattern to make the new sleeve pieces, and then use our excess fabric to create some texture and more visual interest. So now we have placed our two skirt pieces that we're going to change into sleeves on the table, and I'm going to lay the pattern on top of that and draw this shape onto my two layers of fabric. So now you can easily, peasily, weaselly see what we have done with our pattern. So we have just got rid of that and replaced it with this one. And we got rid of that and we replaced it with this piece. Okay, so that's what we've done. And now we're just going to sew these together, and these together. And usually what I would do is I would sew the right sides together, because then that would hide our seam. But today I'm going to do them wrong sides together, because I want to make this seam a little bit fluffy. So we're going to have an exposed seam on our sleeve pieces, which is something a little bit different. But if you don't fancy that, go for tradish, hide the seam within the garment. Okay, so this is our next step: sew to sew, sew to sew, sew to sew. So I'm going to go and get on with that, and I will show you the finished result. Happy day two, and here we are. We have our sleeve piece sewn together, and now the next step is to pick these seams to give us the effect that we want, which is like a distressed, damaged and fluffy kind of texture. So that's the next step. So our next step is going to be to pin and sew along this edge to create our sleeve piece, and then we will be attaching the sleeve to our Alice bodice. on.